You know, I got COVID recently. In fact, I'm still recovering from it. I'm a little nasally, but as I was sitting at home trying to find something to do, I thought, hey, I have a great new idea for this next video. Let's learn how to mod Minecraft. Ladies and gentlemen and everything in between, my name is Matt Paradoxician, and today I'm going to show you how to mod Minecraft using Forge with the two different methods that are really kind of the standard today. Let's get into it. Our first method today, which is probably a little more straightforward than the traditional route, is actually just using the CurseForge application. If you're not familiar with CurseForge, it's actually a very popular website for modding a variety of games. But they also developed their own application, which you can download here in the upper right hand corner, to make modding these games even easier. Let me show you. Once installed, CurseForge will bring you to a home page that looks something like this. It doesn't need to look exactly the same as long as Minecraft is present. We'll give that a click, and you can see that we can now create or import a mod pack. I'll get to importing in a moment, but for now let's just create a pack. You're going to need to give it a name. I'll call mine pack. Then you can choose your Minecraft version and your game type. I'm going to leave it on Forge because most of the mods are still on Forge these days, although Fabric is making a pretty quick comeuppance, and I'm not really sure about the alternatives here. Of course, Vanilla just wouldn't give us mods, but let's go ahead and hit create here. Now, we have the option to add mods, resource packs, shaders, and worlds, all through this one button up here called Add More Content. We're going to start out in the mods category, but you can change that right here. And you can add whatever you'd like. CurseForge will do all the heavy lifting in the background for you so that you don't get anything that's for the wrong version or maybe incompatible with another mod. Once you're done making your pack, what if you want to share it? Well, if you go to My Mod Packs and you right click on the one that you've created, you can actually export the profile. There'll be more options once you have mods and things installed, and you can choose what you want to share with one another. But once you've done that, it'll export to a file wherever you've decided to save it, and your friends can use this import button to choose where it is and also play along with you. So yeah, the CurseForge setup is as simple as that. But what if we want to take it a little further? What if we want to, say, make our own pack by hand, pound our head up against a wall, and eventually publish it on something like Technic? Well, let's go ahead and do that. First things first, you're going to want to navigate to files.minecraftforge.net, and this is going to be where you actually download the Forge launcher. Now you're going to grab the installer for whatever version you're looking for, in my case 1.21.1, and make sure that you don't click any ads. I have an ad blocker, so currently I'm not seeing any, but generally there will be ads when you're making these downloads happen. Press skip in the upper right hand corner, and you'll get your jar file. Once you've downloaded your jar file, you'll have a little installer that looks something like this. You're going to want to install the client. You don't want to install the server because that's not what we're looking for, and the offline installer really isn't necessary because, well, we're online. So we'll hit OK. It'll take a moment, and it'll download all the files necessary for Forge to run on your computer. Ta-da! We made it. It only took about a minute for me, so that wasn't too bad. And now we can actually go ahead and launch Minecraft. And assuming everything worked, you should see a new installation in the lower left that has been selected as your next to play, which is called Forge. And it's got 1.21.1-Forge and whatever version of Forge that it might be. Awesome. That is pretty much the it of it in terms of getting things set up. It is going to warn you that it's been modified, so they can't guarantee that it'll support everything in terms of safety features, but you can just check the agreement page and move right along. Oh yeah, and it will take a minute to download. Well, that took a minute, but as you can see, the loading page is a little bit different when you get Forge installed. In this case, it's not going to take much longer to load, but once you add more mods, you'll be able to see the status of their loading right here on this fun little more detailed screen. It also tends to freeze a lot, so, you know, it's as good as it gets. But ta-da! It does in fact work. And we have a little warning here. It looks like I'm on a beta version. This probably won't happen by the time that you guys go to do it, unless you're doing it the day I release this. 1.21 is still pretty new, so Forge is going to have to play catch up a little bit. That said, we have our mods listing here, and as you can see, I simply have Minecraft and Forge. But I can add more by opening up my mods folder and downloading mods from CurseForge to throw in here. For example, Just Enough Items is actually up to date, so if I go ahead and download that latest version, I can throw that in my mods folder. Now, regardless of which method you chose to do today, you're going to have to reboot the game whenever you add or remove mods, which is really common sense if you think about it, but it's kind of worth mentioning. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I kept it short and sweet for you so that you weren't sitting around waiting too long to figure it out. But if you do have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and maybe I'll follow up with another video if there's anything specific you'd like to see. I hope that you leave a little like and a subscription to show some support, show some love, but otherwise, hey, you all have a good day.